Okay, this is a 2014 Toyota Tundra. This is our latest revised version, Platinum Edition. I'm just going to run you through some of the finer points of the conversion on this vehicle. Starting from the driver's side, as you can see, we have moved the preset selection position switches for the driver's seating position from the left-hand side to the right-hand side, so it mimics the original. All of the controls for the windows have been moved and changed and are all original as well, and they operate in their correct position, so the switches are the right way around, which can be a problem sometimes. Having a look down here, we've got the park brake assembly. Now the park brake assembly, it's been mirror imaged from the other side to this side. I always choose to put it on the far driver's side, just because you get the extra room for your leg on the left-hand side, for your left hand, for the left leg. Again, we do not put a footrest in this vehicle because it just impedes too much on your leg room, particularly for taller people. The other reason is for safety. I do not put this on the left-hand side in case of if you're in an accident, and that could possibly end up going through your leg. So when obviously if you're driving this vehicle, your right foot will be on the accelerator or the brake, and it's clear of the brake pedal itself there. The seat controls have all been moved from left-hand side to right-hand side. We've had to make new inserts to accommodate for the switches, which have all been done. Having a look at just down here, we can see that all of the carpets and firewall padding has all been made. We manufacture all of that from scratch, and we also cut all the carpets and trim all the carpets and edge all the carpeting so they come up very, very nicely. Maybe a bit hard to see in the lights. Now, the center console, we maintain the original center console. However, we do make a fiberglass insert for the center console here because we've shifted the shift lever from the left side to the right side. We use all of the original mechanism and everything else, except that we make this insert that goes into the original, which is the insert. This goes into it. We glue it in and we attach it. We also made this really nice Platinum Tundra plaque that goes into the center console. Just sets it off really nice. As you can see, we've maintained an original stitch in the vinyl, the leather look, and that's really come up nicely. It's been difficult to produce, but we finally got there on that. We utilise all the original switches, steering wheels all original, airbags are all original. These vehicles are actually fitted with lower airbags as well, so one of the few trucks from the US that actually have leg protection airbags as well, so both passenger and driver side. Pretty cool kind of a feature.
No problem in moving them from
No, not at all. We just mirror image them and we produce them from one side to the other, so there's no problem there at all. We make the whole new dash with the grain in the dash, so we don't put vinyl on the dash, so no future problems with vinyl lifting in high temperature countries. All of this is new. We've made all new panels everywhere throughout except for the center console. If we have a look at the other side of the vehicle, just come around. As we come around, you'll notice that the vehicle is fitted with a mirror wedge to be able to increase the visibility for the drivers from the driver's seating position out of this left-hand side mirror. So as you can see, all of the switches are all original. We've transferred them from one side to the other. We've maintained the original airbag cover from the original dash, so that all operates as it should. Glove box is original. We've actually, now with the glove box, these vehicles have a pollen filter in the air conditioning system, and we've actually made an inserted, we've made a cover inside that you can actually remove, and you can change that pollen filter through the glove box here. The glove box compartment, and we made a nice stitched soft insert that goes inside the glove compartment, so it looks nice as well. That's another improvement we recently made. We've also added an under tray to the air conditioning system. That allows, so A, you can't see it, it looks very neat. B, if there are any leaks ever or condensation coming off the air conditioning, it won't go on your legs, it will go out of the vehicle. So it's just an additional safety or protection for the vehicle itself. So you never end up, no possibility of ever ending up with water inside the vehicle. Just actually something else while I record, the driver's side of the vehicle. This little cover that we've made down here is actually over the park brake cable, so it's actually to conceal the park brake cable because there's nowhere else for that to run. But just little details, fine details like that we take into consideration on the vehicle. Have a look under the bonnet. Windshield wipers have been swapped from left side to right side, utilising the original wiper arms that have been modified. As you can see, we've put a filler panel in on the wiper scuttle on that side. That's where the original wiper used to be. We put a centre scuttle panel, and we put the driver's side scuttle panel. Now we make them obvious that they are inserts, and the reason we do that is because we would rather them be an insert because you cannot paint the original plastic. So if you try and integrate them into the original plastic, A, they're going to crack, and B, the paint's going to come off the original panels. So the only part that's painted there are our fiberglass inserts and not the plastic, so you'll never have the plastic looking bad. The computer's been moved from one side of the firewall to the other side of the firewall. All of our braided brake lines, we've actually had to replace all the brake lines on this vehicle. So that's actually quite a big job on these. Now, another one of our features on our conversion is that we've actually included, as you can see, sewn insulation and double thickness insulation on the firewall. The original manufacturer has no insulation on the outer firewall at all. So that's something that we decided to do, was to double insulate the firewall and make it quieter inside.
Right.
So we've actually achieved quite a level inside the vehicle than the original manufacturer.
Right.
Other than that, they're actually they're unspectacular under here to see as far as a conversion goes. This vehicle does lend itself very nicely to a conversion. It's got a very flat firewall, which means we actually do not have to cut the original firewall at all. We just put inserts in for where the booster and the brake pedals and things like that go.
Right.
Yeah, good, really good in that respect. So yeah, Tundra, even though it lends itself to conversion, it still gave us many challenges with the dash, but we got over all of those. Yeah, it's turned into a very nice vehicle.
Great.